Good evening, and welcome to a spooky episode of Side Quest Side Sesh. Hold on to your pumpkins and get ready to be frightened to your very core. If you are squeamish, look away! For tonight's episode includes adult themes and murder. Possibly nudity.
Oh.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Oh, Troy, could you always GM with that lighting, please?
I kind of like it.
So much more terrifying. You look like a Darkest Dungeon GM, like a Darkest Dungeon boss.
Yeah, it is.
I got to get Skid's voice modulator, so I'm like, the session tonight. Oh, yeah. Really play it up.
Welcome to Halloween.
Fantastic.
What was the Vincent Price quote you used to do a million times during the Thriller song, Skid? Remember?
Oh,
I can't remember. We were at karaoke at Gen Con 100 years ago, and Skid did Thriller, and you just kept, during every instrumental break, you kept doing the same 4 lines of the Vincent Price bit. One of those had to be there moments, but man, if you were there, you're laughing right now.
Grant, it looks like you got something in your mouth there.
Yes, my tongue. And what's your name, little boy? Would you like a Snickers? You're very hairy for a 5-year-old.
Like a Snickers?
Snickers!
Oh, man. So Grant is dressed as Mush. He's got a mush head on, and the mouth moves. It's so creepy.
Oh, that's
Very creepy.
I don't care for that.
All right. Enough with the tongue.
It's a great idea to pour this beer in the dark.
Sure it didn't get everywhere.
Use my shorts to clean it up.
Man.
How you guys doing tonight? You all excited for All Hallows Eve?
Oh, yeah. Man.
holiday of the year.
Ready to eat some tainted candy from the sick neighbor? Here's some Butterfinger.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm not sure. I think there's going to be a bunch of tables out, like on people's lawns with like a bowl full of, well, no, with individual candies laid out in rows and columns on a table, with obviously a giant thing of Clorox wipes on the table as well. I would assume that's at every house.
Yeah, we're going to do the table and leave just a bunch of individually wrapped bags. I bought a ton of candy like a month ago, just assuming that someone would come to my door. So we're going to do the table. I think that's fine. We're just going to all eat all our son's candy anyway, so doesn't really matter. I just want to make sure the neighborhood kids have something.
What do you expect to get out there in terms of traffic? Just because I was at your house, and it's very much a country house on a country road that's, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of houses around there.
It's so funny because we drove up at nighttime, so it seems like that, but it's really not. It couldn't be more suburban.
Okay, so there's plenty of houses.
There's tons of houses, kids everywhere, yeah.
Okay.
So, but I don't know what the traffic is going to be because of the situation.
Right.
But I want to be prepared, and so I bought $75 worth of candy like an idiot, which means we're just going to eat all of it. But anyways, I'm excited. Archer wants to be Darth Vader, so we got him a little Darth Vader costume. He's walking around singing the Imperial March. He's fired up. I'm hoping to get some good pics. But did you guys like dressing up? Do you have like a costume you remember is like your favorite costume from when you were a kid?
I was C-3PO once, but this was pre the re-release of the special editions and all of that. So like there were no Star Wars costumes to be had. So
you were Phantom Menace C-3PO?
No, it was way before that. So my mother I think my dad found a C-3PO mask at a flea market. And then my mother like made a suit out of gold lame, and none of the other kids knew who I was. Only adults knew.
I can't believe your parents.
Are you a fancy robot?
Typecast you as the hoity-toity robot that can't take anything out of order. It's amazing.
Grant, did you have something specially stitched for you as a child?
The queen size sheets didn't work for the ghost costume. Had to upgrade.
Yuck it up. Really have some fun. You know what? I feel like I got a trick out of this trick or treat and not a treat. So one year, I can't remember. One year I was a Ninja Turtle and the next year I was a Ghostbuster, and I can't remember which year it was, but in kindergarten, I was convinced that one morning that it was Halloween, and I yelled at my parents until they let me wear my costume to school, and they're like, "No, Grant, it's not Halloween." And I just threw
It's April 7th.
I threw a fit until they let me exactly. I threw a fit until they let me wear it, and then I got to school and I was the only kid in the costume, and I just cried all day. It was the worst.
Did you learn a lesson that day that you'll never forget?
Yeah, it's always consult a calendar.
Kid, I imagine where Halloween falls on the big birthday. This must have been a great. You must have so many memorable costumes.
Yeah, it was cool because every year I would have like a sleepover for my birthday, and it would be in costume. We'd go out trick or treating, and it was so fun. The one costume I remember as a kid was, I can't remember my reasoning, but I was like a Roman Catholic priest with a submachine gun. I don't know why.
Just mixing genres.
Boondock
and took a turn. And then as an adult, there was one. I was with some friends, and we were doing a show out in Fire Island, and we ran into Kareem Abdul-Jabbar just on the dock, like waiting for a ferry, and. But it was
dressed as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
No. This is like during the summer. Like we saw Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. My friend is like looking out. Our ferry was pulling in. He was looking out. He's like, "Dude, there's a guy out there who looks just like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar." And I was just like, "Oh, whatever, racist." And then we pulled in, and we got out, and it was fucking Kareem. But the funny thing was, he was wearing just like ratty jeans and like old sneakers, and a T-shirt that just said Skyhook on it. That was it. So I got a custom T-shirt made that said Skyhook with like the guy doing a skyhook on it, and wore some old jeans. And I went as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that year, just for the benefit of my friends that were there with me at the time.
You were Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at the ferry dock.
Right.
That one day.
That one time.
Like
I still have the shirt.
Like if they were making action figures of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and they eventually ran out of... what about the one of him at the dock when he met that kid? All right,
yeah. So, okay, yeah.
Series
Collector's
8.
edition.
Joe, what were you? Just a giant slab of brie?
Yes, I was cheese. Yes,
He was
I was a soft cheese. Yes.
Soft brighty cheese.
Oh, the one that I think the one that was my favorite by far was it was just around that time. I don't know if any of you guys went through this phase, but as a kid, I just got super into war and like Vietnam and Chuck Norris movies and like that whole. It was just like a couple years of my life, and a couple of the parents obviously like were in Vietnam or would talk about Vietnam or had stuff from Vietnam. And
it was so hot in the mid late 80s.
Yeah, it was just like, but now it wasn't so awful. Like people would just like it became pop culture, right? It was in all the movies and everything. Mm-hmm. And my buddy's dad like was obsessed with like rebuilding, like almost a miniatures game, like rebuilding Vietnam camps and stuff, and train sets with like watchtowers and like all this stuff. And so he was really into it. So this one year we just dressed up as soldiers, and it was like the coolest thing to me because it was like I got like the helmet and like the machine gun, the assault rifle, and like all the fatigues and the boots and like everything. And we weren't like dead soldiers, right? We were just soldiers. And I had spent so much time running around playing with Nerf guns and playing war and stuff in the neighborhood that this time it felt like it was real, and I was so psyched. There was you just like dirt all over our face, camo on our faces and stuff. It was awesome.
The only one I really remember, and I can't remember why I had it, because I feel like I was right at that age where I was like, I don't want to do Halloween. And my mom was like, you're doing it. And I was like, all right. And I was a California raisin. And it was just like...
That was a pretty popular costume for a couple
years.
They
just gave me a giant trash bag with like wires in it, and I looked like a raisin. I heard it through the grapevine. Don't sleep on the California raisins. They were big. They had a Christmas special. The Christmas special was great.
They did. In fact, I think one of my VHS Christmas special, like VHS combo tapes that my mom made, like had the California raisin special on it. Though I was always like, why are they raisins? Like, what are they? Is this a thing? Like, I never got it.
Oh yeah. Just a little. Imagine that it was just an ad that became so popular it got its own.
Well, one of the greatest advertisement / entertainment products of all time is the Noid pizza game. Do you guys remember the Noid?
Noid. Avoid the Noid.
And the Spot, the 7-Up Spot had his own video game on the SNES and Genesis.
Oh yeah,
really
I remember that.
Oh yeah, I just remember going to Blockbuster and being like, I'd like to sign my soul to my corporate overlords right now. I did.
Wasn't that how? Is it Orlando Jones? Isn't that like how he got his break? Wasn't it as
It was 7-Up
for 7-Up?
Yeah. Hey
7
Up Yours. The Hey 7 Up Yours commercial campaign. That was Orlando Jones.
Oh,
Yeah, and then
I
he
love Orlando
became like
Jones.
a movie star after
Make
that,
7
right?
Up Yours.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
stand-up.
Yeah.
And then they booked that commercial, and it. Took
And then
off.
he did Evolution, I think, the movie Evolution
With David Duchovny.
with
David
Duchovny.
Duchovny, that's
like, right
right.
after that. Yeah.
Wow.
He also was in he was in that movie The Replacements with Keanu Reeves. And
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's
he was
also
the
Gene
wide
Hackman.
receiver. Yeah, he was the wide receiver who had crazy speed but couldn't catch anything.
Yeah, that's right.
He's in
He's
Office
also
Space
the-
too, as the.
Oh yeah. He's the guy
he's
that comes
great
by
in
selling
that.
magazines.
He's like, actually,
cross-eyed.
I'm a programmer.
yeah.
No, he's but he's also, what's the movie where he's like an AI librarian, and he just like appears in like these like clear clear like walls basically, and he's like an information database of like galactic information. I gotta look it up. I can't
I
remember.
think it's a weird dream you had.
It's Drumline, right? Drumline.
Drumline.
Oh, Time Machine.
Ah, okay.
That was it. That was Guy Pearce, I think, right?
Oh yeah. That's right. I do have the Vincent Price now, by the way.
Oh, and so what was it? The line?
Okay. Here, let me do.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
Nice.
Classic. Well, I hope you all have a happy Halloween if you're watching, and an early happy birthday to our good buddy Skid.
Happy birthday, Skid.
We,
Thank
hopefully we can celebrate in person sometime soon. Probably not. But in the meantime, let's play some games together.
Let's do it. Yeah.
That's the best way to celebrate. So last week, you guys decided to make your way to the asylum. You started sussing out these names of the 5 keepers. You know 2 of them are dead. And then you found 3 possible locations where these keepers have connections. One is the asylum that perhaps Keeper Crove runs. They're like, I always heard he was a up-and-up dude. You might want to check that out. You heard about the old churcharoo. What the hell's it called? The old Elm. It was the Elmway Church. It was like a church to Araden that like is anything but. It's been like a gangster hideout. Some people live there. Occasionally there's some worship that's done there, but perhaps one of the keepers might be hooked up there. And then the other one, Keeper Rupman, he runs, he's a Middenstone Baron, and down in the filth area, he runs Rupman's Vat. So maybe he went back there to hide out. So you've got 3 sort of locations to deal with. You decide, you know what, we're closest to the asylum. Let's go there. You go there. The door's ajar when you arrive, and there are 3 inmates chained to the floor, straitjackets on. They see you and they just start screaming. You come in, you're not quite sure what to do. You're like, they can't really attack us. They're like trying to bite at your ankles, trying to bash their heads against your legs, but they're not doing much of anything. Eventually you're like, we should just get out of here and maybe they'll stop screaming. You soon realize that their screaming is for a reason, as a group of 4 orderlies dressed in this crazy armor with cages around their face come in and just start batting at you guys with clubs, trying to trip you. And eventually you make short work of them and dig deeper into this asylum. And obviously it was a bit of a dungeon slog, a classic old school slog where you just walk in, open door, nothing, open door, nothing, open door, maybe a tiny clue. There's still a million doors left to open. You do find a magical item. You're kind of following this, somebody detected magic and you're following the sense of where this magic is, and you find a wand of, what was it again?
A wand of suggestion.
Suggestion.
Awful.
Yeah, and not that everything wasn't already awful when you came in, but as you start to look through a private lounge and a library, you realize that whatever Crove or whoever was doing some really creepy stuff here. It seems like there's some experimenting going on the inmates, and maybe even worse. I mean, they look like they're being used as bait when you walked in, for crying out loud. They're the alarm system. There's a set of stairs going down right off the main chamber, and there's one of them chained to the railway of each staircase, just screaming wildly. After searching through offices and libraries, you continue up towards the north a little bit. You find another library that has the same subjects as the private library for the most part. Eldritch matters, astronomy, cosmology, just everything to do with the Dark Tapestry. You then open the next door and you see a lecture room of sorts. On the dais, one of these lunatics is giving a speech to 4 others that are listening with rapt attention. And he is just speaking absolute gibberish, and they're nodding. They're like, yes. I won't rehash this, but remember the old Apple Store guy story of the guy that would come to the Apple Store and just write his cup of coffee?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
And before they erase it, our buddy, who's the manager, would like have to go erase the screen afterward. He'd be there for 3 hours, and it would just be pages and pages of gibberish. But he'd be sitting there all day like, type. Let me get a sip of my coffee. I got an idea. Type. He'd go there and just like nothingness for pages.
That's so scary.
That's the level of insanity we're dealing with here. You open the door, they hear you, they all turn, they grab the nearest chunk of broken furniture lying on the floor, and come at you to attack. Let's do a little Halloween initiative, folks.
Ooh. Halloween-ish. It's a +1 luck bonus to initiative.
For what?
For everyone. Oh. So it really just evens out. But
did you cast that? I can't remember. Or you had something that does that?
No, I said that's what a Halloween initiative is.
Oh, I thought somebody had a cool power.
No, I was just goofing off. Just making jokes.
You're a funny guy. All right, Anish, let's talk about it. Zakari.
11
for Zakari, not great. Vern.
12.
Not good either. Johnny Halfling.
8.
Even worse. And Rafa.
You're about to see how a real man rolls with a 14.
Oh. All right. It is Rafa's turn.
Yeah, Rafa!
You got new glasses every week.
Every week.
I may have made some poor financial decisions in the last few months, but I'm keeping this boutique wrestling glasses company in business because we all got to do our parts in these trying times.
What are you going to do with all these when Rafa's dead?
Let me tell you the other hard part about these glasses, brother. I got a big noggin, Some call it a melon. Some might even call it a pumpkin to be seasonal. They hurt when I wear them.
Wow. Getting the
That's
insider
dedication to your
knowledge.
craft.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Raffo is going to. I mean, these people are coming at us. They look hostile. They don't have the same appearance of the people in the opening entryway. So Raffo is going to enter and is going to actually just take on two at a time. That's how confident he is. And he's going
to be clear, they do look like the people in the entrance. The only difference is they're not strapped down, chained down, and they look like they're ready to kill you.
Yeah. So Rafa is going to get into position, and he is going to turn on, because he is surrounded, he is going to turn on combat expertise, which will take a -2 to his attack, but will get his AC up to 25, a juicy 25. And he will take one unarmed strike at these guys. And is also going to turn on power attack. It's going to be difficult to hit, but it's going to be worth it. Fudge. 12 to hit. The one against the wall, not in front of him.
Flat-footed hit.
Oh my god, yes!
Nice, dude.
Max damage, 16 points of damage to the guy against the wall.
16 points of damage, and he goes down in one hit.
Wow. Beautiful.
You bash him against the wall, and he just crumbles. There's a bloodstain left where he falls.
Should we just close the door and make this a cage match for Raffo?
Yeah, dude, just listen to the sounds of Raffo.
I think it's pretty clear you're locked in here with me, brother.
Well, Vern, it is your turn if you'd like to close the door.
No. Vern will step up to the doorway, and he will cast. I don't know. Do I want to burn a spell on these guys if Raffo's just gonna rough them up?
I don't know. It's a tough call. It's what happens when they start swarming Raffo.
To act.
You also have open shots, right? That you won't normally have. People are out of melee, so you don't have precise shot.
Yeah, I guess I could take a shot. All right.
Or shut the door, wait 3 rounds, and see what happens.
I mean, part of me really wants to do that, but I think Grant would never forgive me, even though he'd be fine. So I will fire at this guy in the southwest.
Okay.
Seemed to have a clear shot.
Old Southie McWesterson. Yep, you got a little bit of a clean shot there.
Come, Iphigenia! Strike true! 12 to hit.
12 hits, because it is flat-footed. They're not wearing any armor.
That's 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage, okay. And you moved to get in that position, or you were already there?
To get there. Yeah.
All right, then. Let's move to Zakari, who beat the Lunatics as well.
All right. Zakari will move into the room next to Raffo. And as he comes up beside him, he's just like, remember, Raffo, these people, they are mentally ill. They have been turned against us by someone else. Do not use lethal force if you can avoid it. And then he uses lethal force on the one in front of him, just because he thinks he can at least impair it enough for Rocco to non-lethal damage it down. Because just trying to do non-lethal, he's not going to be able to hit. So he will actually put on power attack and take a swing.
Okay.
And miss with a 9, I assume, against flat-footed.
9 is a miss. That might come back to haunt you. We'll find out. It is the Lunatic's turn. And by the way, they're called Lunatics in the book, which is why I'm referring to them as such. All right, the guy up top here is going to try and sweep around past Raffo. So I'm going to do an acrobatics check to avoid an attack of opportunity. That'll be acrobatics straight up against what I imagine is an amazing CMD for old Raffo. 16.
Sorry, brother, you didn't beat my 27.
All right, so he will stop right on the body of his buddy, and I'll get him out of there, and you get an attack of opportunity.
All right, and power attack and a close or combat expertise are still on, so you have a good chance of not being hit. Let's see, 18 on the die for a 24.
I don't have a good chance when you're rolling. How much damage?
Max damage again. 16 points of damage. Wham!
So he's just like, let me just sneak by. Bah! He lands right on top of his buddy and dies as well.
Oh.
Oh, there's just a pile of blood and viscera crawling down the walls. All right, seeing this happen, the one across from Raffo just takes a swing out with a like a leg of a chair that has a couple screws on it. He has the catch-off guard feat, which means he doesn't suffer any penalties for using this improvised weapon, and you are flat-footed while he attacks you.
No.
Sick little feat. Come on, good roll. Oh, that's a natty 5. Oh, miss. The other one here will step up to to Zakari and try to do the same thing. Natural 2. Natural. Yo! And then the guy up top will, this is not a high dais, he just pops down and then will try and hit Zakari. He just sees the other two bodies. Excuse me, Rafa. Sees the other two bodies, makes no real notice of them. Come on, flat-footed. I'm switching die. This is just absurd. Come on. Natural 2 again. Garbage.
Wow.
Garbage.
Wow.
Oh, and we were playing a game last night, and this die was crushing it, chaining everything from 18 to 20. And I was rolling initiative pre-session. It was like 2, 5, 7. I'm like, what happened to this thing? And I thought, you know what? Once we go live, it'll go away. Nope. 2, and I just rolled a 7 for the hell of it. Garbage. This leaves a big opening for Johnny Halfling. Johnny, what do you got?
Okay, so Johnny Halfling, I don't know if this actually makes a difference, but I'm going to hold until the top of round 2.
Okay.
And then he's got some time left on his clarion call with his wand. He's going to do a little inspire courage.
All right.
So you will move to the top of round 2. And
Yeah, everybody. Hey. When this guy fights with his fists, babe, he lays them out with his fist.
Wow.
It's a ring song by Johnny Halfling. And old Shaman, she should be at the top of your worship list. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Echoing down the hallway.
Yes.
At the top of your worship list.
Oh, yeah.
So stupid. It's Rafo's turn. You are all inspired by the dulcet tones of Johnny Halfling.
I'm
Raffo,
amazed.
remember, their lives are in your hands.
I'm amazed that after you heard my fearsome ring entrance music, that a couple of jobbers like you didn't run away from this white meat babyface, Raffo Rumblebeard. Time to unleash a flurry of purely lethal damage. He can't help himself.
God, this poor
Kill him!
guy.
First attack is going to be a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Again, against the door. Minimum damage, 9 points of damage.
Okay, so that's the guy to the north, right?
Yes.
The guy to the north. All right, he is still up.
Okay, so Rafa will swing at him again with a flurry. Ooh, 14 to hit.
That hits as well.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
That's good. Oh, that's what we call in the business overkill. 16. He's having flashbacks to Magnamar.
And you're just using your fists?
Yeah.
All right, so the first fist, his head batters against the wall, and then as it's ricocheting back, you push your fist straight through his head to the door, and the guy just crumbles to the ground. There are 4 dead bodies to the north, or 3 dead bodies to the north, all from Rafa Rumblebeard's punches. The whole wall and door are covered in blood.
Now I'd like to
splatters of
do a
blood.
knowledge local to make sure these were bad guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm good.
God.
You don't want to do that roll. All right, it is Vern's turn. Vern, you see there are 2 enemy combatants left.
Vern would not dare to get in the middle of this fight. Vern will delay.
Vern will delay. Moving on to Zakari then.
Oh, Vern will cheer on Raffo.
All right, give me a cheer for Rafa.
Yahoo, Raffo!
Yahoo!
That's how cheer. That's how goblins cheer. It's canon.
Ruffo, don't you find this fight a bit imbalanced? And he's going to try to swing out to the guy right in front of him with non-lethal damage.
Okay.
It's going to be a long shot to hit, but let's see. Nope. No. Very, very low 8.
Okay.
Misses.
And attempting to do non-lethal damage, does that provoke?
No, it's not as far as I know. It's just a -4 to the attack.
-4 to the hit. Okay. Let me know if people in the chat disagree. I can't remember. All right, then. It is their turn. The one standing next to Raffo will attempt to hit. Do I stick with these die and hope that my luck turns around? Yes, I will. All right, here we go. Come on. Come on. Improvise well. Natural 6. Natural 6!
I know. I'm rolling with you, buddy. I'm with you.
This is bad. This is bad. You know, I'm going to stick with it, though, because it has to turn around, right? There's got to be a 16 coming. This one's going to be against Zakari. Again, I'm swinging at your flat-footed, too. Oh, wow. How was that a cracked die? That's weird. Natural 2.
Wow.
Troy, are you all right?
Natural 2. It's these lunatics. It's not me. All right, then. That goes to the top of the next round, and it is Johnny Halfling's turn.
All right. Johnny is going to swing around next to Vern, and then I think I think that's it. He's just going to keep singing.
Okay, it looks like Raffo and Zakari have this in hand, and it is Raffo's turn. 2 guys left.
Raffo realizes that he doesn't have to impress upon any of these people that wrestling is fake or real in any instance, and he also realizes that with no penalty, he can do non-lethal damage with his swings.
Oh my God, Grant!
He got all worked up. Why do you think I'm on the run from Magnamar, brother? Got too excited in the ring. Can't help myself.
I mean, we did hire you for your walking lethality.
Yes, I'm not what they call a good worker. I make every punch hurt in the ring.
All right. So he's going to Brawler's Flurry with non-lethal damage, and he is going to go out at the guy right in front of him.
Okay.
So that is going to be a 13 to hit.
13 to hit is a hit.
Okay. That is going to be 14 points of non-lethal damage.
All right, so he falls unconscious from the non-lethal damage, and you still have an attack left, or
There's
no?
a little shuffle, yes. It's a flurry. Gets in there with the next attack, 13 on the die, and the damage will be 15 points of non-lethal damage.
And he goes to sleep as well. So Raffo cleared that room.
Single-handedly. 5 enemy combatants. Nobody hit except Rafa.
We really should have closed the door. I hit one of them with an arrow. But we really should have just closed the door and come back in, what?
We really should have.
18 seconds?
I was very concerned about the layout of this party prior to this combat, but I think it's pretty well balanced at this point.
Yikes. All right, so they crumble to the ground. As someone just pointed out to me, catch off guard only makes unarmed opponents flat-footed, not armed opponents. So it actually, Rafa would be flat-footed.
It's true.
However, Zakari would not be. It didn't really matter because I couldn't hit anything, and Rafa hit everything.
Also, fun fact, didn't really matter because my flat-footed AC is the same as my regular AC.
Oh.
Because I'm very slow and wear heavy armor. Not mechanically heavy, flavor heavy.
Yeah, I already got 3 emails once you said that. Wait a minute, did he take heavy armor proficiency? 3 dead bodies blocking a door to the north, 2 unconscious bodies in the rest of the room, 1 slumped over in front of a door to the south. There's this small set of stairs leading up to a dais that's like 3 feet off the ground. But otherwise, you don't really see anything in the room besides broken bits of furniture, which is what they were using to attack you.
Raffo, you hit them. You struck them well. Once you came to your senses, I think they will be out for quite some time. and I'm going to do a brief heal check just to get a sense of how long he thinks they could be unconscious from this hit. Okay. If they're going to wake up in the next 60 seconds, or if it's like, they could be out for a half hour, an hour. That is an 18 heal check.
Yeah, probably an hour.
Okay.
Wow.
So
he hit him so hard. they're out cold.
So Zakari is going to sheath his weapon and grab them under the shoulders and sort of like move them up by the dais and just kind of prop them up there, like leaning against a wall, sitting up so that they're not laying on their back.
Okay.
Rafa,
and just say we can leave them here for the moment.
Rafa reaches into his multicolored fanny pack and pulls out 50 feet of rope and says,
"Are you sure you don't want to tie him up, brother?"
We could. I find it a bit inhumane. As you can see, the ones tied up around the corner there, it is a sight that I cannot unsee. It bothers me greatly. But
I say just leave him unconscious. Rafa could just knock him out again.
This is true. It is not our safety I fear. It is, however, them doing harm to themselves or each other. But, yes, let us not bind their hands just yet. They may need to defend themselves from something far more evil. And so, that's
more evil than Rafa Rumblebeard?
It's hard to imagine something more patently evil than the man I brought into this place. Does anybody else want to do anything with them, or do you want to keep exploring?
Yeah, Johnny is gonna go up the stairs and sort of root through his bag and like slip little pamphlets entitled "So You've Been Knocked Out by a Professional Killer" in both of their pockets.
About the mercies of Shaylin.
Yeah. What can Shaylin do for me?
Knocked out by a professional killer.
"You're one of the lucky ones."
Perhaps Shaylin has the answer.
Perhaps Shaylin can help.
All right, what would you like to do?
He'll say, "Ruffo, over here," and we'll try to open the door to the south.
Okay.
There's a small room unexplored right in the middle of everything we've explored so far, and it seems a finite room, maybe 20 feet by 15 feet.
As you open the door, you feel that you're just off, as it's a hallway.
Damn it! It's 50 feet by 50 feet!
Wow! There is a door leading into what you would assume is a 15 by 15. Or is it?
Or is it an extra dimensional space? I'll open that.
You'll open that door. You open up this door, and it looks like a storage room full of mundane asylum equipment, primarily like leather straps, buckles, chains, ropes, tools, things they would use to both subdue and deal with some of their more violent inmates. There are also 3 closets. One of them is ajar, and it looks like there's a toilet in there. When Zakari opens the door, though, you see a dead body covered in blood like it's been eviscerated.
Oh, God.
And it's draped like a tablecloth over a toilet seat that has been ripped off the wall.
Oh.
And there are 2 of these lunatics covered in blood from their hands all the way up to their necks. And it looks like they're playing a game of imaginary cards over the body. And using dismembered bits of the body as gambling chits. They're just playing the game. And they're not even looking at you. See them like
close the door.
Yeah. As you close the door, the guy says, "I'll raise." And he drops like a chunk of intestine on the table.
Oh.
God. Johnny, sing them an inspiring song.
Hey.
Oh, God.
Don't do that. Hey, maybe don't do that. Please don't do that. It's really messing me up a lot. Please shut the door.
Please shut the door.
Please shut the door.
I'll raise. very calmly.
Wow.
I wonder if I maybe should revise how I feel about killing those other ones in there. If they're all gonna act like this, or do you think this is just a couple, Zakari? Gambling with, the entrails of another man.
It's hard to say, Raffo. It's not exactly as if they are pure evil and they find this to be amusing. They do not know what they are doing. They are not understanding what is happening around them. It couldn't be more obvious to me. I've seen things like this before. I mean, not exactly this. It's particularly unique. But I have seen illness of this nature. It is unfortunate, and it needs careful guidance, something they are not getting here. These people, though, do not deserve to die, in my estimation. He's going to close the door. Now we have an option here. We could go in quickly, subdue them, though of course it could be dangerous. You never know, Raffo. Be bold as you may in the last room, it could be one phantom strike you do not expect, in the wrong place at the wrong time. Could do damage that we do not need to take. It seems to me that they are quite preoccupied, so perhaps we leave them for the moment, save their lives. Or we could go in and try to subdue them, tie them up.
I say we leave him, brother.
That is fine with me. Vern?
Well, I was thinking about joining them in their game so I could understand how they think, and then perhaps, beat them at their own game, thus ensuring that they will never want to play again. What do you think of that as a strategy?
While I think it is quite remarkable and not something I thought of, it would take a great deal of time, I'm afraid. Poker is not a game that is played lightly or quickly. It takes a long time to beat one at his own game, as you say.
That's where you're wrong, because they're clearly not playing poker. They're clearly... one day I'll teach you the game they're playing.
Oh, Vern, you know this game?
Oh, I know it well. It's not ideally played with Viscera, but it can be, I guess.
You sound a lot like Tiny Murder Clown. I'm getting a lot of Tiny Murder Clown vibes.
It's actually the same thing.
Vern has moved a little bit in Tiny Murder Clown's direction.
Let us perhaps leave them for now. I suspect that if we are able to find this villain, Keeper Crove, is that correct? Yes. If we are able to find this villain, Keeper Crove, these two will probably still be here when we return. So, let us move along.
Is there a way to see if they're under the effects of a suggestion spell like the wand we found at the moment?
Perhaps, though I'm not sure what we could do. The damage has been done.
Okay.
I go with your instincts, Raffo. They serve you well. Let us move along.
All right. A lot of unexplored territory here. And it seems like there's at least one other level, too. You go to the door to the north. You pop it open.
Door to the north.
The door to the north.
Open it.
You open it.
Damn it.
There's a hallway that goes left and right. All the way to the left, to the west there is a door. Straight ahead of you is a 5-foot-long hallway that ends in a door. And then all the way to the east, looks like the hallway continues up as well. If you take an E, the letter E, and just push it on its back, it doesn't look like that. It looks more like what an F would look like, I think. If you kicked an F right in the shin and it fell, that's what it would look like.
I will give you $5 American for every door that we open that you don't say it's a hallway with multiple other doors in it. So start rewriting this map and just making it big open rooms full of awesome enemies, please.
I'll try. Vamp.
All right.
Can you vamp for a couple minutes?
All right. Another door to the north.
The door to the north.
The door to the north. Raffo. Kick it
yes.
down, brother.
Raffo kicks the door open.
Raffo just kicks the door open, and you see a dude.
Ooh. That's 5 for you, Troy. That's no hallway.
That's right. Nailed it.
Oh,
And I threw that
Nailed
dude
it.
in there so fast. All right, so this looks like from the geography of the place looking outside that this leads directly to outside. It's like a side entrance. You kick the door open and the guy's like, and he just goes to swing at you. Roll for initiative.
Yeah, baby.
Oh man. Roll, rickety roll.
Let's do it. Oh, there we go, Zakari. Busy crushing it.
Zakari. Vern, what'd you get?
Burn got a 17.
Bam, 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 salad.
Rumblebeard. How about a natural one? Come on.
Got a 12.
Give this guy a chance.
Got a 12, brother.
All right. And what's your initiative bone?
3.
3. Okay. Zakari.
Vern, you see, we work so well together. I got a 17 as well. But I'm sure you're faster.
+3.
Mine is +0.
Okay. What about Johnny H?
25.
Oh, that's what we want out of the Johnny H.
Johnny
That's why we brought him along.
So this guy's like, ah! And he just tries to come at you. Johnny Halfling, what do you do?
Johnny Halfling is going to start summoning Monster 1.
Whoa. Very cool.
The old Summon Monster 1. A classic skid spell, too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, then. It goes to Vern.
Vern is going to... again, stuck in the back. Vern is going to delay.
Vern's going to delay. Okay. Then we'll go to Zakari.
Zakari is going to reach out and touch Raffo with his left hand on the shoulder and give him a touch of good, seeing that, or at least sensing the presence of this armed and armored person around the door. He wishes Raffo the easiest of luck taking this guy out quickly. So, touch of good is going to give you a +2 on attack rolls, skill checks, ability checks, and saving throws for the next round.
All right, little touch of good. This guy goes. He steps right in front of the door, a little 5-foot step, swings through it as it's at the door. He kicked it open. The door hasn't even hit the end of its hinges yet. He swings through with this makeshift club to try and hit a flat-footed Raffo Rumblebeard. Natural 3.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
this is getting out of hand.
And I'm using multiple dice. This isn't just one die that's eating shit. So that's going to be an 8 against flat.
No, brother.
Now, I had to ask because I know you're not wearing any armor. All right, so he just misses wildly. And Raffo, you then get to react.
Not sure why you think I'm not wearing any armor, brother. This beautiful purple mithril chain. It's not mithril, but it looks like mithril.
Right.
Raffo will go ahead and non-lethally strike out at this guy.
Okay.
He's better geared, obviously, and seems like he might be more into the cause of whatever's happening in this asylum, but he wants to take mercy after hearing Zakari. And a +2 on everything? Joe?
Yes, +2 on everything, not damage.
Okay.
Just to hit and saving throws and skill checks.
16 to hit.
That's going to do it.
Nice.
Non-lethal. 15 points of damage. My D8s are dropping like boulders.
God, we are the antithesis of each other in terms of dice rolling. He is still standing from that hit. It's a weird little corridor you got here. It's really just Raffo versus him with everybody else in the back doing some buffing. Do you have another attack, Raffo?
I do, brother. Thanks for getting up in my business. I rolled a 14 on the die that time. That'll do. Pig. That will be 13 points of non-lethal damage with the 1-2 to the chin. Some sweet chin music.
boom, and that one just like, something happens in his spinal cord, and the lights go out, and he falls to the ground.
Oh.
Johnny, roll a perception check. You're concentrating on summoning this monster, but roll a perception check because you feel like you just heard something.
Let me see. That's a 19.
You heard a door fly open, and then coming up somewhere in the direction of, you're not sure if it's the hallway to the east or to the west. It sounds like it's coming from all around you. So let's stay in initiative order here, and it is Johnny Halfling's turn.
Okay. Johnny is gonna shout out, "Hey guys, I heard something running around. I don't know what's going on." And all right, so okay, it's coming from down.
You're not sure if it's coming from the
southwest.
east or the west. It sounds like it's coming from both.
Okay, so Johnny is going to finish his spell and summon Melanie, the celestial poison frog.
Melanie, why Melanie?
I didn't name her. That's her name.
Okay. There's a frog. I'll give you control, and then you can.
I didn't name her.
You can put it anywhere you want.
Okay, yeah, Melanie is going to appear on the western end of the corridor, actually right in front of the door. Let's see if she can get a look at if anything's coming.
Okay, all right. So Melanie just appears right at that corridor as a watch. Okay, and you still have your action.
Yeah, and Johnny is going to draw his old slingy, Mr. Slingy. He's going to pull his sling out. And start
sling.
Swinging it.
All right. Vern's turn. Vern, roll a perception check.
Sorry, just quick point of order. Johnny, if I'm not mistaken, you could ready an action to sling at anybody who came around the corner.
Oh, yeah. That I will do that, yeah. He's going to sling at any enemy that he sees come around.
Okay. Vern, I was going to say roll a perception check, but you hear what Johnny tells you. You're like, there's something or someone coming.
On both sides.
It sounds like.
Okay.
Still distant.
Vern will also ready an action that if he sees an enemy come around the corner or sees someone come around the corner, he will cast a spell.
Okay. So we got a ready, and then it's Zakari's turn.
Zakari's going to come down looking both ways, like not understanding what's happening, but just going on the comment of Johnny. He's going to come back out into the hallway, looking left to right, and he's going to do total defense.
Total defense. Okay. At that moment, do you, Johnny, see through the eyes of Melanie?
No.
You can't, communicate? All right.
No. I mean, I can direct her, but I can't see through her eyes.
Okay. Well, at that moment, Melanie sees two orderlies coming up the hallway. They get within about 20 feet of her and stop. They can't do anything else. So just running with clubs in hand. And
Melanie is just like a regular-sized frog. She's just a tiny little frog just sitting there watching them run towards her.
Let me make sure more to scale.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. That would actually be perfect for Johnny Halfling. You gotta get her. You gotta get her singing.
Yeah.
There's Melanie now. She's still wildly big for what.
Yeah, still way too big.
There she is.
That's amazing.
They're just gonna step on her.
They just stop, terrified.
They ran out of movement. It wasn't out of fear.
Sure, it wasn't.
Wait! There's a small bullfrog. Stop!
Close ranks.
It is Rafa's turn. Rafa, you yet again knock some dude unconscious. One of these orderlies just hit to the jaw. He crumbles down and falls. What do? You hear that the others are dealing with something.
And I do. Did anyone scream out that? Oh no, they can't see. So, I guess I just recently watched a Vice documentary about one of the reporters going to the Amazon to get high on poisonous dart frogs, and it was pretty good. So Raffo, I guess he's just going to take a chance, and he's going to run out. He's look at that full screen.
Is he holding a wand?
I am Melanie. You best stand back, or I shall use my magic.
From Frogwarts.
Frogwarts.
Student
I
of the professor of poisons.
I had a bottle cap, and I was like, no, I can't.
He couldn't on that.
Frogwarts.
Raffo will... Oh, sorry, he's moving Vern on accent. Raffo will move adjacent 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, that's as far as Raffo can get down the hallway.
Okay. All right, so Raffo single moves?
Yeah, I guess he'll double move to clog it up if there's two people. And I'll move right up next to this dude.
Ooh,
because
watch out for Melanie.
Raffo gingerly steps over and shows more care for the life of this amphibian than he ever has for a mammal.
All right, new round. It is Johnny Halfling. You had ready in action, but no one came around the corner, so you and Melanie can act.
Okay, so Melanie is going to rivet, and she's going to just hop, flop down the hall and try to. She's going to incur an attack of opportunity.
Tries to go through its. All right, so he just boom, comes down with a club to try and squash her. I can't even imagine. Of course, now I roll a 22.
Oh, okay. That's
so he comes swinging down with the club and does 6 points of damage.
Okay, Melanie is gone.
Do you have a death song for Melanie?
Goodbye, my baby. Goodbye, my honey. Goodbye, my frog time gal.
There's blood everywhere. It's just horrible. Poor. Get it angled towards her.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh, God. Just skids to the back of the wall.
No, Melanie.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's amazing. I told you this would be spooky tonight. All right, Johnny, you still get your stick.
All right, Johnny is going to round the corner, and he's going to cry out, Melanie, no! And he's going to try to sling past Raffo into the one just past him and miss.
All right, so he slings, and it bounces off the wall and lodges itself in Melanie's corpse.
He's crying. He's bawling, crying.
Tears in his eyes.
Dabbing his tears away with his towel. No.
Vern, you had ready in action as well. It didn't come through. You want to roll another perception?
Sure. Why not? Why not, I say. Natty 19 for 27.
You definitely heard footsteps from the other hallway. You guys, and you think to yourself, we left all those doors open.
On purpose.
Okay, I will ready the same action.
Okay, ready the same action. Very good. Then it is Zakari's turn.
So he hears this too. He knows that there's trouble to the east as well.
And you're all sharing information constantly.
Okay, so 15 feet, and he will come around the corner. Weapon raised. What does he see?
All right, so you bebop around the corner, and you see 2 more of these dudes. Oh, no, just 1 more.
Thank God.
No, 4 more. No, yes, just 1 more. No, just
you see one young red dragon.
1 young red dragon squeezing through the hallway.
Plume of fire straight down the hallway.
You see this guy, he's about 10 feet from you when you turn, and he's rushing down with club in hand. And you just see in his eyes, there's just nobody home.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Zakari is going to steel himself for battle. He's going to step forward. Actually, You know what? He is separated from Raffo like this, sort of out here alone. He is going to cast Divine Favor on himself.
Okay.
So he comes up 15. He sees this one guy coming at him strong, and he's just like, I need the blessings of Asoka. And he touches his chest and casts Divine Favor, thus lowering his AC slightly for the round.
Ooh, but you get a bonus to attack.
And damage.
Okay. Bold move, but you're cocky because I can't hit anything besides a frog, so it might be the smart move.
No. I mean, if I was cocky, I would just go in and swing away for it, but I don't know. I want to do a little Divine Favor. I want to ask for the blessing of my deity for this fight, because I think it's going to be a little bit kind of one-on-one.
He's going to step up.
As long as Rafo's on the other side.
He's going to step up and take a swing at you, and you know what? He's going to try and trip you again, just because it was fun last time. Let's see if I can get it. Here we go. Improved trip, doesn't provoke, and 21 against EMT.
Look at his face.
Whoop!
All right, tripped. I mean, it's just not even fun. Everybody can laugh and have a really good time while I sit here being fucking miserable. Just sucks.
You're on the ground, and he's got the high ground. He's gonna beat you to death with a club.
Just pounding on my head. It's like over and over and over and over.
Kill the cleric.
Come on, man.
The guy standing next to Raffo.
I will give you $5 American if Raffo is tripped once in the entire existence of his character on the network.
I know what a CMD is. I'm not going to try to trip.
Actually, you know what? That's the thing. He does have a ridiculous CMD, so that's totally different. He happens to be a brawler.
He's going to just try to hit Raffo. Let's see. Batter up. 16.
Miss, brother.
Oh. All right. The other guy, you haven't opened this door here. All right. He's going to move action, open that door, and then move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 into this room.
We got a game going on here.
You know, this is such a silly combat, but I'm having
no.
so much fun.
No. Both doors are closed. Both doors are closed.
Right, so he has to stop in front of that door.
And then use another action next round to open it.
Actually, truth be told, who knows what's happening in that room?
Oh, God.
I don't want to know.
I think he gets tempted by the game. He stops. He's like, you know what? I'm going to buy in.
What's the buy-in?
Deal me in.
What's the buy-in?
Yeah.
The buy-in is one organ.
So he goes through there. And we'll see if he comes out next round.
Does he make it out the other side?
I forgot that door was closed. All right, excuse me. It is Raffo's turn.
What you did to that poor innocent frog is unforgivable.
I can still see its bloodied corpse on the map.
I'll laugh about that first thing I wake up tomorrow.
And by the way, I have played enough Roll20 to have seen that blood spatter a million times. I've used it a million times, but never to that effectiveness. That is the most effective blood spatter I've ever seen in Roll20.
Just turning it slightly.
Raffo is going to take mercy on him, however, and strike out twice with the Brawler's Flurry, non-lethally. The first attack is a natural 1.
Oh, no.
No.
But you have to confirm it because it was a flurry, so you get multiple attack.
Joe.
I'm pitching it.
It's an O'Brien lie. No, right? I don't know.
What do you mean, right? This is a house rule at all.
Does your BAB grant you 2 attacks?
No.
Okay, then that is a fumble.
I don't like it, Grant. I'm so sorry, pal. I'm so sorry.
Turn your pawn to face me.
Yeah, I couldn't turn him.
I can't turn him either.
It's awful.
No, I can't because of where the dot is. Anyways.
Yeah.
You're just hitting, like back fist.
If David Winters is out there, he's like, you idiots.
Shift.
All right. This one from Steve in Vancouver, Washington. Domestic edition.
Oh, domestic.
Oh, come on. Have another roll, bread boy. Damn it. Your attack is so wild it could only be Pharasma or some other agent of fate messing with you. For the next 1d4 rounds, every time you have to roll a d20, roll twice and take the lower result.
For how many rounds?
For 1d4 rounds. If you fumble again during this time, increase the number of rounds you are affected by this fumble by 1, in addition to any effects of the new fumble. If you are able to successfully crit during this time, the effect is immediately removed, but like it's very unlikely you'll crit.
That's 2 weeks in a row that I've gotten the if you do this, it increases around.
It, right? Yeah, that happens.
That's wild. That's wild, yeah.
All right, let's see how many rounds. 2 rounds.
Okay.
So 2 rounds, roll twice and take the lower result.
Wow, the opposite of bit of luck. All right, you still have another attack left, but you will need to roll twice and take the lower.
Okay, and I'm hoping the lower will be a 5 because I still have Johnny's spell Lucky Number.
Lucky Number,
allows
right?
Me to reroll.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
hopefully-
that's cool. Yeah.
Right.
But then do you have to roll them both on the re-roll? No, probably not. No.
Okay, so that was two terrible rolls. A total.
Can you
of
deal with that?
Can you deal with that?
a total of an 11 to hit on the second attack.
You actually miss.
Oh no!
Wow, Grant. All right. I feel like I want to have like a handheld right now and hold it out to you. Grant, how does it feel to miss an attack?
I've been watching Joe do it for years, so I'm prepared. I got a really good coach. We went through all the film. We studied kind of despair and just disgust with this game in general, but the tenacity to keep on going that's in Joe, I mean, it's fueled by bread and alcohol, but it's going to keep me going too.
Grant, do you just want to do what you can to help the club?
I just want to play a good game,
I was
just do
just
what I
gonna
can for the
say.
team.
You know, I got to do better. My teammates, rely on me.
We went out there and executed our game plan, but and then invoke religion. God willing, we'll be able to come back next week and do it right.
If Kate and Caitlin allows it, we'll all be at the bar later tonight.
It's the top of the next round, and it's Johnny Halfling's turn.
Hey, Johnny.
Still crying,
Right.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, Johnny's still weeping. It's like, Melanie! He's just like staggering forth towards Raffo with his hand out, and he just barely summons the will to touch him for a bit of luck.
Oh.
Bit o' luck.
What does that do? Does that offset the bit of not luck?
Roll 4 times
Yes.
and take the second to worst result.
Take the mean.
So, all right, so
I think it just offsets, is
I
what I
think he
think.
just broke Pathfinder, yeah.
No,
It's
I
broken.
really like
It's
taking the
broken.
second worst.
I think I'll roll
Yeah.
4 times.
Roll 4 times
Roll
and take
4
the
times
second
and
worst
take
roll.
We have to do that.
All right.
We
That's
have to do that.
amazing.
Done.
4
That's
times
amazing.
and take the second one. Not the worst roll. The penultimate worst roll.
Oh, God, I love it.
All right, it is Vern's turn. Vern, you are still readying an action, but it never happened. You see Zakari go, whoop, fall to the ground.
And Vern will say, Zakari, no! And we'll rush to Zakari and Flavor try to encourage him to stand up and get back in the fight.
Oh, I thought you had that level 1 cleric spell, anti-prone.
And
It just like, what? And you disappear standing up.
Zakari, you must not lay on the floor, lay prone while being attacked. And then he will reach out and cast Sanctuary on Zakari.
Ooh,
nice use.
Very cool.
He will need that if he wants to stand up and provoke, or if he lays there and takes the -4 to AC against melee. It is Zakari's turn. What you gonna do?
He will stand up then. Thank you, Vern.
Little provoke, but I've got to roll a will save, right?
Will
if
save.
I do hit you.
Yeah, I guess if you hit, yeah.
Okay.
It is any opponent attempting to directly attack the warrior creature.
Starts with a will save, right?
Yeah.
All right. So first a will save, 16.
Okay, that passes.
Okay. Passes.
I
And
tried.
This will be an attack of opportunity at your AC -4. Natural 20.
Oh,
Boom! Here comes the club.
it's just so funny. It's so comical.
Also against -4. Probably not with a 12 against your AC -4.
No, that is not confirmed.
Wow. I knew that I was going to keep rolling that die. Something was going to happen. Max damage, 7 points of damage either way. So Zakari ends up getting the brunt of this on an AOO. But you are able to stand.
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you?
And I think I know. Yeah, he's just gonna swing, I think, at this guy. Sorry, I got a lot going on right now. He's just gonna swing at this guy with power attack.
Okay.
And try to injure him enough that he can maybe knock him out later, but it's gonna be tough.
You.
Oh my God, 14.
14 does hit.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
lucky. Jeepers.
Not
Just
wearing
can't
the
get.
best-
I haven't rolled double digits tonight. Okay, so that will be max damage. That is 13 points of damage.
Nice.
13 points of damage.
So he lands a good strike. Oh, I'm sorry. 14 divine favor. 14 points of damage. 14 points of lethal damage. I hit him a little harder than I meant to.
Lethal damage. And it is their turn. He will answer back then with a sweet club. Or do I try and trip him again, folks?
Trip.
No.
Trip.
No.
Trip.
Don't.
Here comes the trip, everybody!
Oh man.
Natty 18, you fall on your ass! Right back down on the ground. Oh, what a spooky episode this evening.
So scary.
And now a swing against Rafa with the other dude. 17?
No.
I don't know what your AC is, dude.
No.
All right, so he just boom swings it chips against the wall. Shards of the club go everywhere, and he misses. There's only 2 of these guys left. That door to the south there has not opened. That guy is still in there.
He's just playing cards.
Rafa, you hear a bit of a tussle from behind that door.
Oh,
Whoa.
cool.
And it sounds like there's some arguing and some shouting. Let's move on to Rafa Rumblebeard's turn.
All right, so Rafa will first take a move action in order to grant himself the benefits of improved trip, because if we're playing the tripping game, Rafa's got to be a part of it. And I am thrilled to be rolling 4d20.
Yeah.
4 beautiful d20s for this round. Let's take
All
this
right.
second lowest.
What is the second lowest?
Okay, so 10, 11, 12, 3. So 11.
10.
10.
10. Rafa is not the smartest out there. So that'll be a 19 to hit. So
That'll still hit. No, the 3 wouldn't have hit. So a bit of luck saved the day.
Bit of unfortunate luck.
thanks, Johnny. 15 points of non-lethal damage.
Okay, and he hadn't been hit yet, I believe. So he takes a big wallop. Do you have another swing?
No, because I took a move action to give myself improved trip.
I think I figured out. No, I still haven't. Wait. Yeah, there it is.
Rafa, you need Chuck.
I make you big, then I can spin you, then I can shrink you back down, and I can enjoy this combat now.
Yeah.
Dude, you can also just you should be able to do it on a zoom in, zoom out. Like if you zoom all the way.
No matter how far I zoom, that the little circles come up when I click, and it's right over the spin part.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I got it working though, so it works. And you're done, Rafa?
I am done.
Next round, Johnny Halfling.
Johnny is gonna take a 5-foot step back and try his luck with Mr. Slingy, and miss.
And bit of luck was only 1 round or 2 rounds?
Just the 1 round.
Okay, so Rafa, your second attack on that after that fumble was at a misfortune, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then this round was, and you had 2 rounds, so I'll say you're good to act really this round. Moving right along, it is Vern's turn. Vern's been just kind of, he hasn't really done anything here, but he's still alive.
I'm done. I offered so much encouragement to Zakari to stand up.
Certainly did.
Dude, you also Sanctuary is an awesome spell, and you just happen to roll rocks for the first time against Matthew's really good call.
When Joe's in the equation.
Exactly. What were you thinking, Matthew? What dumb play?
What dumb play? Okay, Vern is going to. Okay, so one thing you might not have noticed about Vern,
or cared about.
That, well, all right, fine. Well, all right. I'm going to tell the people who do care. Okay. One thing you might not have noticed is that Vern is wearing bright red and orange sneakers.
Oh.
That
what?
function.
Jordans?
Yeah. Do we have Jordans in this universe? I
mean, there's a Jordan equivalent in every universe.
Yeah, then they're Jordans.
They're called Harry T's.
They're called Harry T's.
Oh my God, they exist pre-Gap?
Yeah.
Amazing. What a breakthrough.
What a breakthrough. These function, however, as Daredevil boots. So he will. They allow me a bonus to move through threatened squares, and include it to my acrobatics checks.
That's so cool. Before you even said it, one guy in the chat was like, "Daredevil boots." That just showed you how little we know Pathfinder when compared to other people. That's awesome. All right, so what do you want to do?
So Vern is going to slip through Zakari's square and go to the north to stand so he can see this guy, and roll acrobatics to avoid the attack of opportunity. I got a +5 bonus to my roll here.
Okay, big swing. Gonna have to be high, and it wasn't.
I rolled a natural 2 though, so that's only a 12.
Okay. I missed in the attack of opportunity because I forgot that you had to roll first. So you're okay.
Great. Okay.
Oh my God! If you hit him here while I'm prone. It's just so brilliant. Take him out.
I can shoot him with the arrow, right? Without the -4.
Do you have a
prone.
precise shot though?
That's what I'm asking.
He doesn't have cover at least. At least he doesn't have cover.
He doesn't have cover, but technically is still in melee because Zakari could swing out at a -4.
Yeah, but it is doable. You just got to roll super high, but you could do it.
Okay. Yeah. So
his AC is low, dude.
Vern will whisper sweet nothings into Iphigenia's knock and fire off.
This is a PG-13 podcast, Matthew.
20.
20 -4
16.
That's a hit.
Yeah, Vern, yeah. Oh my God, I love it.
Roll damage.
Come on, make it high.
2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. He's still up.
Oh, I love you, Vern. I love you.
I'm helping.
That was fun though. Fun visual. You zipping around.
Oh yeah, like I fall down again. He steps over me, uses the opening to shoot.
Zakari, you are down again. Are you still under the effects of Sanctuary?
No, I think once I attack, it breaks. I didn't reread the spell, but I think that's how that works.
Once you make the save, you're fine. But other opponents would have to make a save.
Oh, okay. And even still, I think if you attack an opponent, it breaks it, I think. But anyway, I'm going to try to decide whether to just like take the swing from prone or not and let Vern have this opportunity.
You're swinging at a -4, but you know that his studded leather isn't that great.
Yeah. Zakari is going to, like, he gets this kind of like viciousness comes up through him, but a small part of his brain, it just says like, you know, you don't have to permanently kill him. You could do lethal damage to him, but you have the abilities to heal him back, and you just got to get out of this dangerous position. So he is going to stay prone and try to swing once from the ground. 14 exactly. Natural 12.
Whoa.
That hits, right?
Natural 12. So with your bonus, -4 is 14 exactly?
Yes.
That is a hit.
Yes. Oh my God. Phenomenal. Divine Favor, baby. And that is 13 points of damage.
Ooh, wow. He is down and bleeding profusely. You're not sure if there's a heartbeat anymore, but there's blood like spurting out. So you think maybe that's the heartbeat. I wonder how many rounds it has. 13 points of damage.
Vern, save him if you can. I didn't mean to hit his groin that hard.
I just really cut the thigh wide open. Hit the femoral artery.
I thought he was wearing a cup.
All right, it is going to be not his turn, certainly, but the guy near Raffo, and then the guy who went in the room with the poker players.
Hold on a sec. It is his turn in the sense that he could be I know it's all flavor, but like,
All right, he failed to stabilize.
Okay, so he loses 1 HP.
Yeah, if your intention is to try and keep him alive, he did lose 1 HP.
I asked Vern to. We'll see what he does.
All right, this guy's gonna take a swing at Raffo here, and let's see. 20 to hit.
Miss, brother.
Oh, boom! Misses against Raffo, and he will actually try to move back and incur. Well, for the hell of it, I'll try to roll acrobatics to see if I can avoid the attack of opportunity. 16 against your CMD.
That is
totally
a big miss, brother.
All right, go ahead and swing.
That's a hit. 13 on the die. Max damage 16 points of damage.
How many times have you rolled max damage tonight?
And the dude crumbles while trying to do who knows what. Make one last phone call to his loved ones, perhaps. And time passes around, we'll say, and that guy still doesn't come out of that room.
Amazing.
Tell me what you want to do in terms of this dude here. Do you want to try and stabilize him?
Yes.
All right.
I will.
I mean,
Zakari.
Vern can cast stabilize per Zakari's instruction.
Okay. Then, boom, he's stabilized.
Thank you.
I will take you out of combat. That guy, nor no one else, exits that room where the two lunatics were playing poker with the viscera of another dead lunatic. And it's awfully quiet in there.
Zakari doesn't know anything about that, so that's all Raffo and Johnny.
Johnny, do you want to accompany me to the strange room over here?
Yeah, take a look, big guy.
All right.
Or Melanie. Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, she's everywhere. She was.
Rafa will do a quick perception check at the door, as if listening for the uproarious cheers from the crowd he's used to hearing, but in this instance, listening to see what's happening on the other side.
Okay.
17 on the die, so that's a 26.
Ooh. Okay, this is what you hear.
So Grant is going crazy as well because I thought the cards were invisible.
Or if it's not cards, though.
Open the door. Take a look.
Raffo is going to try to stealthily open the door, hoping that they're still as distracted as they ever were, and his net +2 will not be too much of a detriment. 14.
Stealthily open the door. And you see one of the other lunatics has now died, and the orderly is dead. And the one lunatic that is still alive is covered in blood. His face looks like he bathed in it. And he's just going like he's playing solitaire on their body. And he just looks at you and he's like, do you want next game?
And Rafa doesn't even look at him. He turns back to Johnny and says,
Johnny, in this situation, would you happen to have a pamphlet covering what Shaylin would recommend?
I mean, I've got some stuff that's about gambling. I don't know if it's kind of non-specific. I'll toss him in there. Get out of the way. He tosses a couple of I can't stop gambling pamphlets in there. And shut the door.
Why don't we barricade the doors on both sides with just some chairs, just to make it difficult for him to get out. So he'd have to at least do a strength check to get out of there. And also, that would stop other people from trying to investigate. But before we leave, we might want to subdue, and then, inhumane as Zakari may find it to be and distasteful, we may want to bind this one up. So yeah, for the time being, Rafa will go into the next room, kind of the office, the meeting room, and look for a chair and slide it into the doorknob. If the door does open out towards the hallway,
you can make it work. You can
Okay.
find some makeshift barricade to keep that stuff locked up.
And it'll do it on both sides.
Okay, and then do you bind the guy that Vern stabilized? Is that your plan? Or you're the guy that you were fighting? Were you
I'll
doing
bind the guy
non-lethal
that,
to him?
I'll bind the guy that I was fighting.
Were you doing non-lethal? Yeah.
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 Okay.
Oh, by the way, I just realized on that last natty 13, you needed to roll twice and take the lower result. You cheating bastard.
No, I
it's
said
over.
that because he had one attack left after the fumble, that counted that as the first round, and then he had a full round of the unfortunate. So it was only 2 rounds.
Oh, okay. Okay, great.
Yeah. All right, so you'll bind that guy up, and then do you want to use your rope to bind the other one up as well?
Yeah, I mean, technically I'd have to probably chop the rope in half to have two 25-foot lengths, but sure.
Nobody else has rope.
Yeah. it's
I've
fine.
got rope.
Okay.
I've got rope too.
Okay, good. We'll keep our
All right.
ropes whole.
Great. Then keep your ropes whole and just take 2 ropes out of your inventories, and you tie those guys up. You're just going to kind of wait and see if they come to, or...
The orderlies?
Yeah. Was your plan just to not... You don't want to kill them because you think they're not of their right mind?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that's his thinking. But I would like to, I just don't want to...
I'll put a
Well-
heartbeat still on them. so you
Yeah,
know
I
they're
mean,
still-
Vern stabilized him. He'll lean back to Vern after he burns one charge of the wand on himself as a heal. He looks down at the unconscious body and looks back at Vern, and is just inquisitively looking at Vern, as if he's thinking to himself as well. Should I use a wand on him? Should I bring him back? Do you think he could tell us anything of import? Do you think he's completely lost his mind? And one of the main reasons he's asking Vern is because he's an exorcist. Like, he has a good sense of like people who are maddened by spiritual possession, and he might have a good sense if this guy could have anything of interest to tell us.
Is there a check I could do to determine if he was under the effects of a suggestion spell?
Roll a perception check.
Okay, that's a 23. But if it's to detect haunts or incorporeal creatures, it's a 25.
It is not. You notice that behind that cage mask on his head, there is a significant amount of blood that looks dry, like it wasn't caused by you guys, like leaking past his eye down to his cheek. And it looks like maybe a cut as well.
It appears that he's been cut. Also, that he cries blood.
Does not answer my question, but nonetheless,
That's fine.
I'm going to do it on the off chance that he has something to say.
1 second, Zakari.
Whoa!
Sorry.
Oh,
I
sorry,
tied up my
Rocco,
guy.
you frightened me.
Yeah. Boom! Just kidding. Flinch. Why don't we try to take off the cage around his head before we revive him? Maybe he'll be in a better mood. Maybe it's hurting him.
Perhaps, but he may be a biter. All right. We could remove it. Can I do a heal check to see if we can remove it without killing him?
Yes.
I don't know if it's just like set over the top of his head or 20 even.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna kill him.
Okay. I didn't know if they like stapled cages to their heads or something awful. He'll remove the cage. from
Remove
his
the
head.
cage, and you see right above his eyelid it looks like a scar that's slightly open
Lobotomy.
and blood coming down.
So he could reason that, right, from his medical experience that he
Yeah.
had been lobotomized.
It's weird though. It doesn't look like it's been stitched up. It looks like there was a scar that has been like healed magically, but not all the way, and there's a little bit of blood coming out.
He's been lobotomized, Vern. This is not possession we are dealing with. This is fascinating. I've only
Quite the
known
opposite.
Yes, exactly. I've only known a few chirurgeons who could pull off such a procedure and have the patient live. But I think it stands to reason this person will have no ability to tell us anything of consequence.
Yes, if you were to kill him, I could cast Speak with Dead. But as for the moment, he's alive and not much to be done.
Yes. Yeah, we'll just, we'll leave him. But I'm fine with binding his hands. Well, you know what? I don't want to waste all this rope. But in either case, let's put him in the room with the other ones. And, or with the one that you did, and we could, oh no, wait, that one was just playing cards. Sorry, the one that you barred the door. Anyway, let's just leave him and move on.
Okay, leave him, move on. Where do you guys want to go next?
Oh, but we take the weapon. We take the weapon.
Take the club.
And the cage helmet. And we'll just like toss him in another room or something.
Great.
And
a lot of doors
there's
here.
2 more doors to the north.
Raffo, you want to open the door there you're standing in front of?
Yes, brother.
Okay.
And he'll just open it casually, not stealthily, not kicking it open. He feels like pretty safe right now.
Okay. You open the door casually, and you see another library. Looks like there's a ton of books. You can't really see what they're about, but roll a perception check.
Sure. Not good. That is a 13.
13. You hear.
I think there's someone in there, Zakari. You might be better with your words than I am.
All right, step back. And very cautiously, Zakari will come around the door, keeping his weapon in hand, but low and sort of behind his leg, so as to not appear threatening. And he will do a perception check, glance around the room a little bit closer. Natural 20, 30.
Nice.
Okay. You come into the room, and you hear that sound much louder than Raffo does, and you see immediately that sitting or laying under the table right to your right is another one of these patients, you assume, completely naked, laying there, looking up at you and giggling.
And with the 30, he doesn't see anything else.
No, just this man lying on his back, no clothes whatsoever, just looking at you and laughing.
Zakari will step back out of the room and close the door.
Close the door.
I'm going to hear that in my dreams.
Yep. His kid has a fantastic close the door gift going over and over. It's amazing. So yeah, we'll close that door. And again, it hurts Zakari's heart, man. I mean,
yeah.
As a medical professional, like these are people that should be cared for, and it really, really sucks. Okay. Aesop, bless them. We will do what we can once we clear this place.
So we'll open the door in the northeasternmost portion of the wing of the asylum, thus clearing out what we can see in the northern portion. Well, okay, not quite. One more room.
Yep. Well, that's what you're, yeah. All right, so you open up this room. It looks like an examination room of some sort. There's a table with straps and some dry spots of blood on the floor, but otherwise empty. And there's really nothing else, not even trash lying about, just an empty table with straps and dry blood on the floor.
Okay. Perception. That's a 21.
You don't see anything of import.
Okay.
The final room that rests in the northern portion of the asylum. Ooh.
Yeah, you pop it open, and it's like a storage room. You see extra furniture, more restraints, and some weird supplies, maybe experimental supplies. But that's it.
I wonder if perhaps we are wasting our time with this. Maybe time to move downstairs.
Downstairs is my suggestion as well.
Of course, there is plenty to the south we have not explored. We saw the size of the building outside, but we may be wasting time in giving this crow creature time to escape. I don't know.
Downstairs is where I would hide from a, interdimensional horror. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Always flee to the basement.
Always.
And lock yourself there.
Lock yourself in.
Yeah, I'm down with it.
So let's head to the unguarded stairwell. There are two of these afflicted patients of the asylum guarding the first two stairwells we saw. So we will head to... Hopefully it goes to the same place. We don't know that at this point, but at least we won't have to unnecessarily subdue some unwell people.
So you're going downstairs, eh?
We are, buddy. We
Yep.
are.
Let's take you to a new map then. Sugar.
Oh, man.
All right then. There's a little tiny sliver there. I think you can see. And I will put your heroes in place. Do you see the little sliver?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, dear.
Yes.
That is,
There you are.
that's very little.
You're walking down, and the atmosphere gets damp immediately. You can feel moisture on your skin within seconds of passing the threshold to go downstairs. And the architecture changes as well. The walls, ceilings, and floor are all stone. And then as Raffo rounds the corner, I assume you're in the front, Raffo, you see an iron door just standing there in front of you, whereas all the other doors were wooden. I'll reveal that to you as well.
There's nothing written on the door, nothing to otherwise set it apart from any other door outside of its material, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so Raffo probably won't be able to listen through an iron door, so he will eschew a perception check in order to just attempt to open the door.
Isn't this terrifying just seeing that? Like, because
Yeah.
I don't get to see your map, but now I'm looking on the stream. It just is, you don't know what is going on here.
It's really, this is the most horrifying sliver since that awful Billy Baldwin movie.
I remember Sliver.
Nicely done, Skip. Johnny, do you want to go right behind Raffo? Because I can get out of your way. I was just sort of expecting us to be the first two down, but it's up to you.
Johnny.
Oh, what? Sorry, what'd you say?
Did you want to go in second right behind Raffo?
Yeah, I was going to stick with Raffo.
Okay, so
If I
take a
could.
step up, and then I'll take that space that you were in. There we go.
Okay. Oh, God, this is crazy. So you just open the door, Rafa?
Yeah. I mean, if I can attempt to do it stealthily, I will.
You can always.
Out of the box, and it was a good roll. Shit. Twice.
Always is. It always is out of the box. I do the same thing.
8.
8. Big iron door slams open, and you see a hallway. A door immediately to your right, and then 15 feet away, another door to the north.
Just missed out on an easy $5. You could have made $5. Bam.
If it wasn't another hallway.
It wasn't another hallway with multiple doors.
Don't worry.
We'll open the one immediately to the south, to the right of the door we opened, because it's closest.
Okay.
No other reason.
You open the door to the south, and there are some people inside, it looks like.
Great.
It's like they're having a little party. In fact, you open the door, and you see the following. The stone tiles of the floor, whereas like the floor you're on now, it's all just slate-colored stone. The color in here of the tiles, the stone tiles, are all like a deep green. And right when you open the door, you hear all around you maniacal laughter, cries of pain in the distance, screams just like, from somewhere deeper in, and then off-key singing somewhere as well, echoing from all around you. Another iron door directly across from this room where there are 4 more lunatics chained to the floor, but they got long chains. And you see the hallway, or the room that they're standing in has a hallway that extends to the west. The minute you open the door, they turn to look at you and they rush at you while attached to their chains. Let's roll for initiative and see what you want to do here.
Okay.
Okay. Horrifying.
They're all
really good for a Halloween episode, man.
Yeah,
right?
it's perfect.
Like clearing an asylum. It's brutally scary.
Touch of Good is no longer active, correct?
It was just 1 round.
Oh, great. Well,
Were you using it that whole second combat? Amazing.
I think you were still hitting the AC by +4 every single time. So.
Yeah.
Do we still have protection from evil on? That's minutes per level. I'm assuming it's been more than, 5 minutes?
I haven't had that on.
Yeah, I turned it off.
All right, so they are chained to the floor, but it looks like they got plenty of length of chain to get at you. So let's talk about initiative here. It is Johnny Halfling's turn. Or it's Johnny Halfling. What did you roll?
Wow,
My turn.
very
to say.
presumptive of you.
Sorry.
18.
18 for Johnny H. Vern?
Yep.
Vern got a 7.
7 for Vern.
Slower.
You're in the back there. You're in the back. Zakari?
6.
6 for Zakari and Raffo.
16.
16. What's your initial bound?
+3.
+3. Let me just take a look here. Okay. It is Johnny Halfling's turn. Johnny, you hear the screaming, you hear the echoes of laughter, crying, and even singing. And now it sounds like it's all around you from the weird acoustics of this place. But you do know that just on the other side of this door that Raffo opened, there's a number of people just screaming. You hear chains dropping to the floor, and you know a fight's about to begin.
Okay. Oh, God. Johnny he's going to kind of slip behind Raffo to get a good look into the room and do a perception check.
Okay.
26.
Okay. Yeah, you see 4 more of these similar inmates that you've been fighting, but these ones look like they're even in worse shape. They have a sickly color to their skin. They still look human, but they just look like super malnourished and like they have been abused. And they got a feral look in their eyes as they're starting to reach towards y'all.
Okay. Johnny is going to reach out and use a domain ability and give protection from evil to Raffo for 3 minutes.
Okay.
Wow. That is an
Boost to his
amazing
AC.
ability.
Yeah.
Plus
Which
2 to
domain
AC
is that?
and saves, right?
That's good. It's +2 deflection bonus to AC, resistance bonus on saves against evil creatures.
Oh, it's
Okay.
your spell. It's your domain spell.
Yes. No, it's not, because I have my domain spells down here. It is an ability. I'm not sure where I get it from actually, but
Okay.
It's just a Johnny Halfling thing. You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't
understand. It's Johnny Halfling.
It's
But
Johnny
protection
Halfling.
from evil, though, has Johnny Halfling.
Raffo, you do get the jump here, and now you are protected by the forces of evil. What do you do?
Oh God, I want to investigate this whole place, but I also just don't want to hurt people. Because Raffo really let the just the excitement and adrenaline of battle get to him earlier when he killed those people, and he's starting to feel real guilty about it. But I guess because we have to continue to go, Raffo's going to enter the room.
Okay.
5-foot step, move action, another use of martial flexibility, improved trip, and will trip the person in front of him.
Okay, probably with ease, unless you give me a nat 1.
See. Nope. That is a 26.
Yep, he is tripped.
Nice.
All right, so boom, he hits the ground hard on the back of his head, and it is his turn. He immediately tries to stand up, so you get an attack of opportunity.
18 on the die.
18 on the-
Non-lethal.
All right.
13 points of damage.
He stands up and goes right back down.
Yeah.
Oh, right in the side of the jaw.
In the meantime, the two on the side here both step up. One's climbing over the chairs, and they both take swings at you with like rusty knives and this long. The guy on the right's got this long thing, looks like a screwdriver, and they just kind of stab at you. And when you are unarmed, you are flat-footed. However, natural 2 on the first one, and then the guy with the screwdriver-looking thing. That is going to be a 12 against flat-footed. He misses as well. The other guy will, I'll have this guy move up further to do that, and then the other guy will come up and try and swing at you as well and miss. So they all 3 miss, and their chain looks like it has plenty of length as well. And you hear more screaming coming from down the hallway.
Oh, God.
And it is Vern's turn. Vern's turn.
More screaming coming down from the hallway to the north?
No, like coming past them. But it's this weird, the way it's echoing, it's coming from all around you. Because actually where you're standing, Vern, or where Johnny's standing, I should say, Johnny, now that you've moved into the space, you can see, in addition to that door to the north, there also looks to be a staircase right at the edge of the end of that hallway as well. So the sound is coming from all around you. It's hard to quite pinpoint where exactly it's coming from.
Man.
Okay. Let's check one thing. Yeah, I think it would make sense that for spiritual weapon, I have to be able to see where I'm going to put it, right? So Vern will slip in. He'll move through Johnny's square to stand up here, up north, and cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And a spiritual dagger, a weapon made of pure force, appears, and it will appear directly. It'll appear directly behind this kind of clump of guys in that square.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
And there's a large spiritual dagger. I appreciate that.
It's huge. My God, look at the size of that thing.
All right, just confirming my bonus to this, and then it will take a swing at that guy.
Swing.
Attack bonus plus your wisdom modifier.
Okay. You can control that dagger now too.
That is a 23 to hit.
Oh my God!
yeah.
Just appears and stabs the dude right next.
God.
Because it's
This
a
is
spiritual
insane.
dagger, it deals 1d8 points of damage instead of a 1d4.
Ooh.
Yeah, instead of a 1d4, and 1d8 plus 1, right? Or no, plus 1 for every 3 caster levels. So plus 1. That's why. So 6 points of damage to that guy.
He's 6 points of damage, and he goes down.
Whoa.
Actually.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
these
wow.
guys seem to be
My
weaker.
God.
He goes down, and he is bleeding out. Just Raffo just sees blood cough out of his mouth as he crumbles to the ground. Vern, your action was calling the weapon. Next round, you'll be able to do yourself and the weapon. Now it is the end of the round, and it is Zakari's turn.
Zakari he's just going to step up here and say, Raffo, take care of this. Delay.
Raffo? All right, Zakari will delay, seeing that Raffo has...
Actually, I moved. So I'll ready an action. If Raffo gets knocked unconscious, I will hit a guy.
Okay.
Thanks, brother.
It's
Really
Johnny
makes me
Hapling's
feel
turn.
good.
Well, no, you know what? Actually, I'm sorry. I will ready an action. If Raffo gets crit, I will heal him. I will cast Cure Light Wounds on him.
Raffo gets crit, you'll cast Cure Light Wounds. Okay.
Just to do
specific
something.
enough. All right, Johnny, what do you want to do? New round.
Johnny's gonna try a diplomacy check.
Okay.
They say, "Hey, fellas, Johnny Halfling says stop being crazy. Why don't you?" That's a 21.
21. Diplomacy. Unfortunately, there is no longer any there, and they look at you, but there's just pure madness in their eyes, and that's what makes this all the more horrifying, because they're being used as pawns, and they don't know any better. These are people that should be medicated behind bars, and now they're just fodder for you guys to rub out. I'll let you take a standard if you'd like to.
Yeah, no, I'm just that's it. I'm done.
Okay. Then moving right along, it is Rafa's turn. Rafa the Beast.
Can Rafa do a perception to see if they have a cut in the same location as the other people?
A cut in the same location as the other
Lobotomized
people.
scar
Yeah, roll perception.
That is going to be a 25.
You don't see that. So the distinguishing feature between the two of them has been some look like inmates, some look like orderlies.
Okay.
So it looks like these are actually insane inmates, and those were real orderlies that were lobotomized to become these, club-wielding maniacs.
Okay. Rafa's going to non-lethally strike out at the asylum. Jesus, it feels so bad.
You can just take them both out, and don't feel bad. You're doing the best thing possible.
15 points of damage, 16 on the die.
On which one? The one right next to you?
Yes, the one directly next to me. And then he can reach out diagonally to that other one.
Boom. Yep.
Okay, here we go. 18 on the die for 12 points of damage.
Dude, you must have so much fun playing Pathfinder.
He's got it on easy mode. You just boom, 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 boom. They all go down.
Well, you know what they say, Vern. 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
That is what they say.
Zakari taps him on the shoulder. Well done, Rafa.
Yeah.
I see you're pulling your punches a bit, and I want you to know that Ahsoka appreciates it.
I stabbed a guy.
You did what, Vern?
What?
Wait.
What?
Is there a dead guy in there?
What?
There's one dead guy. Yeah.
Vern killed one of them.
In my defense, he did try to kill Rafa. And in my defense, it wasn't me, it was Pharasma's will.
Listen, I know at some point we're going to have to fight someone who's my own size. And I'm only limber for so long.
He's trying to keep the clock ticking on his martial flexibility that lasts a minute, so he's going to run to the south and open the next door.
Okay, there's blood everywhere from
As
Vern.
he's running, as he goes over the door, Zakari's going to turn back to Vern and be like, Vern, the morality of your decisions aside, I'm mostly irritated at your use of a first-level spell on these guys. Would you please stop it?
I know,
It's going
I
to
just
be a
want
long day.
participate.
All right.
I want to contribute.
Rafa, you open the door.
It's so hard to contribute with Rafa around. And Rafa as Grant is just so bad.
Right.
It's so bad.
Rafa,
Tonight's Rafa is played by James Baldwin.
Do you have dark vision, Rafa?
I do not. I'm a human.
Okay, so you open the door into complete darkness. I'll say that the light of the room allows you to see 20 feet in, and you see a cell about 15 feet in to the right. And then the room continues on. Who does have dark vision?
I do not.
Okay.
It's completely black. Completely dark.
Zakara, you only see up to the edge of the cell.
I guess I don't have dark vision either. It doesn't seem like I don't even have low light vision.
Goblins have dark vision. He will cast light on his buckler.
Okay.
Zakari will.
All right. Throw an aura on you.
Already
I do
on it. Good,
I
buddy.
do have dark vision, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
It was in alphabetical order, so it was difficult to find on the list of my special abilities.
That's crazy.
On your 5th level character, you couldn't just pick it out that quickly?
Your list of special abilities.
Listen, Graham, I have Vern is a very special guy, and
clearly,
dark vision is maybe not the least, but at least like the 4th or 5th least interesting thing about him.
Well, I mean, the most embarrassing thing is that you didn't already know that all goblins have dark vision. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself.
All right. What do you guys do?
Head forward. I'm like I said, I want to take.
He's only got a minute.
Got a minute.
A minute of
martial flexibility.
Okay. you get up to that first door and see that it is a small cell. While it is filthy and blood-stained, it appears to be empty.
Okay. We'll keep on moving down the hallway.
Keep on moving down the hallway. With Zakari's light, I will reveal more to you. You see about 20 feet from that cell door, another cell door now on the western side of the hallway.
Rafa will gingerly, but at normal pace, just kind of warily move up to the door of the cell.
Warily, he moves up towards the door. Just like the first room, you see a cell that is dirty and stained with something. But towards the back of the cell, there appears to be a tunnel.
Oh,
That looks freshly carved.
oh. Shawshank.
I was just thinking with the hammer, with the I can't remember what the hammer's
The
called.
carving hammer.
The carving hammer. Chess hammer.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, good. 19. 26.
26. You're standing there, and you hear something from within the tunnel. And then you see this creature emerge from the shadows. The light is casting crazy shadows against it from the way it's streaming in past the bars of the cell. But it looks like this very pale-skinned, odd-looking creature, as pale as a slug's belly, with huge, bulging eyes. And it's just like crawling down the wall of the tunnel on all fours. But its shape is hideously humanoid.
Oh, God.
And it speaks to you in a language I don't think any of you speak. It just says, Wana. Wana. Wana manena.
I speak. I'm sure it doesn't. It's not speaking Aslani or Thessalonian, but I speak both of those. Anybody else have any interesting languages? No.
I speak Goblin.
Johnny looks around once he sees that nobody recognizes it. He casts comprehend languages.
Cast comprehend languages.
Boom.
And, again, that allows you to understand it,
Right.
but it can't understand you.
No.
Okay. So he's speaking in Undercommon.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
And he says, Food. Give me food. He hasn't fed me in days. Let me show you what this creature looks like. I'll put him on the board here.
I want to see.
Oh god.
Oh, it's a little golem dude.
Yeah.
Food. Give me food. He hasn't fed me in days.
He wants food. He's hungry. Somebody hasn't fed him in days, he says.
Okay, I have 5 trail rations.
He pulls out a Metrex protein bar and hands it through the
Throws it on the cell floor. He picks it up.
Please, Raffo, open it for him.
Oh, of course.
You throw it into the cell, and he picks it up, sniffs at it, holds it in his hand, looks at it, and throws it back at you. He's like, what is this? If it's not kicking and screaming, I don't want it. Give me something living, like he does.
How would a frog suit you?
Hey, that's not your frog, Vern.
I want that on a shirt.
That's not your frog, Vern.
Give me something living, or open the door, and let me go search for something myself. But hurry, I hunger.
longer.
Guy wants out.
I don't recommend that. But maybe if we feed him something, he'll help us.
All right. There is.
Yes, help you I will. For food, but first you must let me go search.
Sense motive.
Well,
Oh, I can't understand him.
well,
Well, yeah, he can't understand you. So he
and Zakari is like just very, very, very hesitant with this, looking across at Johnny, and he's like, well, there is the disemboweled body upstairs, if we wanted to stoop to that level, but it could be for the greater good, could it not? Vern?
He said he wants something currently alive, I think is what he's saying.
Perhaps he just means raw.
Maybe.
Raph, okay, I'm just going to throw this out there, and if you don't like it, just throw it right back at me. But Raffo, you seem to have a lot of meat on your bones, and how would you feel about parting with some of it? I will magically heal you afterwards.
Vern, you're messing with Raffo's moneymaker there. The gun show must stay open.
Oh, no, not. You could just give him a piece of your buttocks, or a piece of your thigh.
A piece of your buttocks.
Why don't we just take a look a little further in here? There might be a cage full of rats or something. It doesn't have to be a human. There's lots of things that live and wriggle and crawl down your gut and taste real good.
Can we mime to him that, like, yes, we will bring you food?
It looks at you with its huge eyes.
It's like, hurry, I must eat.
No,
If
wait.
you will not feed me, let me free.
I have an idea. I have a creature I could call upon that I'm really not that fond of.
Oh my
I think it could work. All right, stand back. And he casts Summon Monster 1, waits for a second, and then a celestial pony appears in the cell.
Oh my god.
Can it actually be eaten, the pony?
Yeah, well, maybe for
Why
a
not?
couple seconds. And he commands the pony to lay still and let the creature eat it.
Oh my god.
The pony appears, and he's just... he just starts going after him.
This is horrible.
Chomping on the pony. The
Good.
celestial blood flies everywhere.
I hate that pony.
What is its name, Johnny?
It's the worst pony. Derek, I just hate him. The worst damn pony you ever saw.
Derek. It sounds like the worst.
Oh, he's such a dick. Oh, I hate him.
Well, when celestial creatures die, are they dead forever, or do they just return to the celestial plane and come back another time?
They return and come back, so.
Oh.
Yeah, it'd just be
This is
that
a
brief.
Ideal
Service
situation.
Yeah, well, you could also just tell him, Vern, you could just tell him you're giving him a bit now, but you took it away. But you could give him more later if he helps us.
I could tell him if I spoke his language.
No, I meant Johnny. Sorry, Johnny.
I don't either.
But yeah, intimate that you could do it again.
Yeah,
Where that came from.
Yeah, Johnny like mimes like eating a pony with like sign language and rubbing his belly and just like making the more gesture with his hands.
He's just chowing away and watching. He looks up at you and still eats at it. What do you guys do? He seems pretty preoccupied.
Well, the pony goes away in 6 seconds. Or I'm sorry, about 30 seconds. So
Okay.
we just
Pony
wait
goes
for the
away.
pony to disappear.
He looks. Why? It just disappeared out of his sight, and then he goes to grab the bars. More.
Let's keep looking.
Yeah.
And he scrawls up the tunnel.
Right. Raffo, I'm afraid your martial prowess is long gone. Let us move forward at a slow pace and take all care.
All right, you keep moving and you see 2 more cell doors. One very close to you to the east, and then another one about 20 feet down to the west, and the hallway continues.
I also want to say the aura that you're seeing is like good light. It extends for another 20 feet beyond that. That is dim light.
Dim light.
Okay.
So we could actually just see more of the hallway, even though it's dim.
I also have 60 feet of dark vision.
All right, so Vern can actually
And there's
see...
that.
Vern can see all the way to the end of the hallway that looks like it ends in a door. As you walk up to this cell here, you see... Oh, gosh. What looks like one of the orderlies lying on the floor behind the cell doors. He appears to be breathing. He's lying there.
Hello. Tink, tink, tink. Knocks his buckler on the cell, on the door.
He comes up and he scrambles to the back of the room like in fear. Looks at you. Still has one of those caged helmets on.
There is nothing to fear. Tell us what has happened to you.
Who are you?
My name is Akari. I have come to liberate patients of this place who have been unjustly experimented upon by the leader, the warden of this asylum.
You're here. You're here to save me?
Yes, I can get you out of here, but only if you tell me who you are and what has happened here.
He grabs the bars. My name is Plug. I'm one of the orderlies here, or I was one of the orderlies. Grove is a madman. We all knew that his practices weren't above board, but we looked the other way. It's hard to find a job nowadays. We have families. We had to do what we had to do. But he fooled us all. One by one, he took us to his chambers somewhere down here and used his instruments. He stuck long things up our noses, cut into our brains. I've seen my friends walk these halls. I call out to them, Vinny, Charlie, the Big H.
Big H.
And they just look at me, and there's no one home, like they don't recognize me. Grove did it to me too. But he must have not done it right, because I still feel like me. I feel fine. And as he moves into the light, you see there's just dry blood caked all under his nose, covering his mouth and chin. I feel great. In fact, after he did it to me, he gave me a weapon and told me to watch out for something that was going to come. He said he'd know when I saw it. I think he thought that I was like the others. But I knew something wasn't right, so I ran away. I ran away to find the crows, to tell them what Grove was doing here. And the crows thought that I was a madman. So they brought me right back and handed me to Grove, thinking I was an inmate who escaped. Grove said, "Thank you. This one got away. He's very troubled." And then he beat me, and he hurt me, and he put me in here. It's only a matter of time before he comes back and finishes what he started. I don't want to end up like him. And he points to a cell just 5-10 feet away on the opposite side. Please, you have to save me. Please, you have to let me out of here. I can help. I can help you. And as he points, your eyes all fall in the direction of that last cell There's still a door at the end of the hallway. And you see, through the light shining as Zakari moves forward, and Vern can see just a figure. Might have been a real stalwart and hardy man one day. But now, just sitting in a corner, head wrapped in bloody bandages. Face, this sickly green, almost looks like a ghoul, but he's not turned as far as you can tell. And just a constant stream of foam coming out of his mouth. Vern is really the only one that can see really well what this guy looks like. It's like this. Let me see if I do the zoom here, if you can see it.
I don't like that. Oh, that's not right.
No,
I don't want to end up like him. I don't want to end up like him. Please get me out of here. I can help.
Sense motive?
Yes. Yes, of course we will help you. 19 sense motive.
Yeah, he's definitely not right. While whatever Crove did to him didn't quite take, some of it took, unfortunately. But he seems to at least understand that Crove is evil and wants to help. You don't know how much help he actually might be. Could be more of a hindrance, but you and he have the same enemy.
Yeah.
So if he's possessed under the effects of an enchantment or a curse or otherwise magically controlled, it's a 20 sense motive for me.
No, it's a physical, mental brain defect.
Let's let him out.
Yes, I agree, Vern. We will let you on your way, but you know this place, do you not?
Yes. I remember most of the areas down here. Some of it I feel like I forgot. Why did I forget? I used to know every area.
Well, we found what we believe are Crove's offices, lounges, etc., but not where he is right now. Do you know of a place in the lower levels where he typically does his experiments?
His experiments? Yes. It's up to the north, I think. That's an area I can't remember.
But on this level?
Yes, he definitely took us down here. We came down the stairs and he brought us... I don't remember that.
It's okay. It is okay.
I'm sorry.
You're doing well. You're doing very well. Where do you live? Do you live in town here?
In the filth.
Okay.
I have a wife. I can't remember her name. And I have two children. I can see their faces, but I can't remember their names either.
It's okay. It's okay. We will reunite you with your family.
Maybe when I see them, I'll remember.
Now this one. And he nods his head toward the other cell with the patient, the head wrapped in bloody bandages and the foaming at the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to him? Did you see what Crove did to him?
I remember he was here before everything changed. Before he started letting all the inmates out of their cells and tying them up upstairs and down here, chaining them to the floor. Before he started his experiments, he threw this guy in there and left him to rot. It was after that that things started to change. He wasn't around as much. But then he came back, and everything was different. But I don't know who he is. I just know that he did something maybe bad or maybe good.
Okay.
You're doing very well, thank you.
Okay. Can you unlock this?
Is he armed?
No.
Okay.
But there's stuff around. If you find another club, you could give it to him.
Okay, are we able to open the doors? I mean,
Yeah,
they're locked.
disable device if you want to try and pop it open.
Yeah, I don't have any skill at that.
Well, does anyone else have it?
No.
I don't have it.
Well, I didn't want to have to do this, but it's not something I'm proud of, exactly. But if we have an hour, I can unlock it.
An hour. Well, I'll tell you what I fear. I fear if we leave this man here, even while we go deeper to the north, that his family will never see him again. I feel like taking the time to let him out is what separates us from the lunatics. Not the lunatics, the madman that is running this place.
I wouldn't call upon this power. I don't like to do it, but that's exactly the reason why. I don't want to leave this poor man here. Pharasma would not want me to leave this poor man here.
I agree, Vern. Raffo, Johnny, your thoughts?
Let him out. Let him out. Raffo, can't you tear this thing off its hinges? You're so strong.
I don't know, brother. This story's made me so sad. I don't feel as strong as I normally do, but I can try. I can try, goddammit.
Can I do a strength check to try to rip open the door?
Yeah, try it.
Natty 17 for a total of a 21.
Nice.
I'll say that is enough for you to tear this rusty old bar up its hinges.
Bad ass.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. I promise I'll stay out of the way. Oh, I'm sorry I moved your piece. Where will you go?
No, hold on a moment.
Okay.
We will head to find Crow and make him answer for his crimes. In the meantime, Grove, in the meantime, you head upstairs and out of this place. You must tell the crows when they approach you that we have found something awful happening here, and that if we do...
They won't believe me. That's what I did before, and they brought me right back.
They will not.
You're sending me to my death. But maybe if they do bring me back this time, they'll see that there's something wrong, and they'll believe me. Would you believe me if I came up to you on the street and told you that something was wrong at the asylum?
He's got blood covering the front of his face.
No, never.
No, you're hideous.
Stay with us. Guys, can we keep him? We can't let him.
Let him stay with us for now, and let him guide us through this asylum as much best as he can.
Not a bad idea, Vern. It might be the safest place for him. You might be better off staying with us. You saw what our friend here did to your cell bars. He makes easy work of this place. I think you'll be safest with us for the moment. Why don't you come along with us?
Okay, I can do that. I'm Plug, by the way. I don't know if I told you my name.
Yes, you did. Pleasure to meet you. I am Zakari, as I had said before, and these are my associates.
I'm Johnny Halfling.
Johnny Halfling. I'm Plug. It's nice to meet you, Johnny. And the goblin?
You guys are just staring at
Yeah, he's just staring at
Vernon J. Crabapple, exorcist for hire. Remind me to tell you about my friends and family rates.
Vernon J. Crabapple and you, strong man.
They call me Raffo Rumblebeard, ruthless to my enemies.
Raffo. Well, I thank you. I call you all my saviors. If you can get me home to my wife and children, that would be so wonderful.
Yes, that is our intention. But stay with us for the moment, because it will get very dangerous.
For the record, there's only one savior, and her name's Shaylin. But we can talk about that later.
You got that cell there with that person that looks just beyond help, and then one door at the end of the hallway.
Let's go to the door at the end of the hallway.
Let's also arm him. Let's give him a club.
Let's get him.
Let's take one of the chair handles or the chair legs out of the room previous. Is that feasible? Or these guys are different than that, right?
Do you mean a kloob? A kloob?
Ooh, a kloob for plug.
Kloob for plug. Yeah, if you want to give him a weapon.
Okay, we'll arm him. Okay. Actually, you know what? I could just hand him a dagger.
Give a little dagger to Plug?
Yeah.
Okay. I will add that to my sheet.
Thank you. Can I keep this?
For the moment. Once we get out of here, I will be taking it back.
I'll tell you what, chances are you can keep it for the rest of your life.
Thank you. All right, good. All right, let's I'm with you.
What is to the south here? You said that it is quite possible that Crove finds himself hunkered up to the north. What is to the south? Are we wasting our time going this way?
No, I don't know what's to the south. I know that the door is reinforced at the end, but I don't know what's in there. We don't go in that room. Only Crove, as far as I remember.
Raffo?
Rafa will approach the door, attempt to open it, just with puny normal human strength and twisting of knobs.
Classic.
So here's the thing: before you get to the door, you see that it has. You get up to the door, but before you try to open it, you see that it has a single barred window on the top of it.
Oh.
And there is a stout oak timber holding it closed from your side.
Ah. Oh, cool. It's a shortcut.
As you walk up to it, roll a perception check.
15.
15.
25.
24.
14.
So you all come down the hallway. Raffo, Vern, Johnny Halfling, Zakari, and your new buddy Plug just tiptoeing down as the edge of Zakari's light hits the wall and streams through the bars. Raffo goes to open the door and then stops and notices that it's barred from his side. You do a perception check in through the bars, and suddenly just tentacles come flying out through the bars to attack you. One slaps you, Raffo. And we'll find out next week if it hits, but you get this sensation that everything is melting, and you all look at Raffo, and it looks like he's becoming fully amorphous.
Oh no! What?
And we'll see you next week.
What is a big effect?
He's gonna be the Blob!
Oh no!
Happy Halloween and happy birthday, Skid!
Thank you!
Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Skid!